The winner is red one, Pfeifer Erik, Kazakhstan. Referee, Croatia. Judge number 1, Turkmenistan. Judge number 2, Sweden. Judge number 3, Cuba. Judge number 4,
Tony Germain, the referee for this third super heavyweight attraction. Martinez, Brahms, Zooks, Castro, and Pizarro are the judges.
The world number 469 men's welter, 69 kilograms.
So we've got Roman Kapitonenko from the Ukraine and Erik Pfeifer from Germany. Let's take a quick look at the resumes. Kapitonenko, 2008 AIBA World Cup in Moscow, placed 6th. At the Milan World Championships in 09, he placed 2nd with a loss to the aforeviewed Rebet 5 in the final. And in 09 at the AIBA President's Cup right here in Baku, Azerbaijan, he placed 1st. Took the bronze at the 2010 European Championships in Moscow. And 1st place at the Ukrainian National Championships earlier this year. So Roman Kapitonenko, clearly a force to be reckoned with. On the blue side, Erik Pfeifer from Germany, also with some decent experience. 09 at the AIBA World Championships in Milan, he lost to Zhang Zhilei from China, 12-8 in the second preliminary round. Also in 09, the German National Championships, he grabbed 1st, and in 2010, the German National Championships, he placed 1st. So Kapitonenko, the red corner from Ukraine, Pfeifer, the blue corner from Germany. Kapitonenko, you notice right away he's got a very high guard, very good, and as a result, Pfeifer has no trouble going downstairs where he sees more open, vast land, real estate for which he could stake a claim to. A wild left uppercut by Pfeifer, falls short, and so does the second one. Ukrainian boxer, very seasoned. He's seen all sorts of things in the ring. He's seen probably just about everything. Probably not much Pfeifer could show him that he hasn't already seen. The question is, what does he do with that? Does Kapitonenko come out early? Does he start to rack up points? Does he give Pfeifer an opportunity to draw first blood and then come back in a counterpunching style? We're going to get these questions answered and others. As Pfeifer circles to his right, both boxers in the orthodox stance. A left hand by Pfeifer, falls short, and here comes Kapitonenko, hands up high. He's going to push the action. As you can see, he's going to try and use his superior size and likely his superior strength on Pfeifer and try and bully him around the ring a little bit, soften him up maybe before he starts to let his hands go. Get him to drop his guard just a bit. See if Pfeifer falls for that. Pfeifer trying to penetrate that high guard so far with ill effect. Nice short right hand by Kapitonenko, and sensing an opportunity followed it up with another, but Pfeifer is able to quell that a little bit, regain his composure, and there he sticks a left jab in there, and back comes Kapitonenko. So there's some good action here in the first round. The two big boys trading blows in the center of the ring, each of them willing to trade, it seems, and the mouthpiece comes out for Pfeifer. Referee's going to get him into the corner, get that rinsed out, and be replaced rather quickly. Shouldn't take but more than a second, and there it is. He's back, Pfeifer is, and action is going to resume right here in the center of the ring. Referee going to make sure that both of them, or at least caution Pfeifer to keep that mouthpiece in, to clamp down so that that doesn't happen again. that starts to happen on a more regular basis, and the referee is going to start to issue a warning. Or more, perhaps 2. Ultimately, a boxer could be disqualified for repeated warnings. And Kapitonenko now continuing to bull rush his man. Looks like he's going to try and get closer and closer and then really let his hands go, as opposed to letting him go from the outside. It seems like he wants to wait till he's in close enough range where he feels more sure of his connect ratio, perhaps. Not a bad idea. Take a look at the action from the first round. Just a little blood inside the nose of Erik Pfeifer. The Q-tip reveals, and it's just a 1-point round so far for the Ukrainians. So this is anyone's bout here as we go into the second round. And now Pfeifer seems to be able to land a shot that sends Kapitonenko back just a little bit and gets him a standing 8. So who knows? Maybe Pfeiffer's got some plan here. Maybe his corner told him something in the second. They didn't like what they were seeing, perhaps what we saw, which was Kapitonenko slowly starting to make his way into the inner circle of Pfeiffer's defense. And as a result, Pfeifer may have changed up his style a little bit, decided to not let Kapitonenko get that close and to push him off like that every time he felt he was getting too close, infringing on his personal space. And now a chopping right hand by Kapitonenko, so Pfeifer is going to need to be on the lookout for those chopping rights as he starts to push his way through, because he's giving himself, making himself more available to Kapitonenko when he engages in that sort of pushing contest. And Kapitonenko, a wily enough veteran here in the amateur ranks, 30 years old, he's been around the amateur block once or twice, and he knows when he senses an opportunity he needs to capitalize on it. And that may very well be it. There's that sneaky right hand again, those chopping rights to the side of the head, the left temple of Pfeifer, every time he gets the opportunity. Referee going to issue a caution to Kapitonenko. A right to the body, a ripping right to the body by Kapitonenko. And here comes Pfeifer. There's a minute left in round number 2. And here comes Kapitonenko, firing off lefts and rights to the body. He brings him back upstairs. Pfeifer comes back with a right of his own, and now Kapitonenko comes back. So things are starting to heat up here in the end of the second round. The Ukrainians' corner looking on intently, urging their man to move forward, to throw more punches. Does he have the gas in the tank to do it? A sneaky left hand by Kapitonenko. That's what we were talking about with those wily veteran skills. Pfeifer has not been up at the level of competition that Roman Kapitonenko has. Right hand by Pfeifer to end the round. So that gives it back to the German with a 14-10 lead. So look at that. Whatever the Germans' corner told him between rounds 1 and 2, it worked. We saw a marked difference in his approach. He stopped letting the Ukrainian make his way in. He started to push his own weight around. He got more punches off. He flustered the Ukrainian, and he took himself a 4-point lead in the process. 14-10, Erik Pfeifer from Germany over Roman Kapitonenko from the Ukraine. This is the AIBA World Boxing Championships here in Baku, Azerbaijan. You are watching from the Haydar Aliyev Sports Complex. This is the men's super heavyweight division. There's your score, 5-4 in the first round for Kapitonenko, 10-5 for Pfeifer in the second, 14-10 Pfeifer. Here's the third and final round now. Now they're tied up in the center of the ring, and right hand by Kapitonenko. He's ripping shots to the body. And the Ukrainian and the German are locking horns here in the center. Big left hand by Kapitonenko. The German looking a little winded here. Perhaps so is the Ukrainian. These are big boys and they're laying heavy leather here. And you could see 2.5 rounds of lots of activity, causing both of them to tire just a bit. The referee is going to issue a caution to the Ukrainian. The Ukrainian needs to come back from this deficit he was in. 4 points down coming into this round. There's a nice big right hand that may have scored him one. There's a left, sails over the head of Pfeifer, and now looks like Kapitonenko is going to be complaining of a low blow. Yep, referee's calling it a punch to the hip, and he's going to let action resume. Perhaps he felt Kapitonenko was trying to milk that one for a point, perhaps two. That would have been very handy for Kapitonenko to get two if his acting abilities were perhaps a little better, according to the judge or the referee. Just the same. Kapitonenko now has 45 seconds to make his mark on his opponent and ultimately on the judges. The referee is going to separate them, and boxing resumes here in the center. Big right hand by Kapitonenko. There's a nice left hand also. So the Ukrainian doing good work here, trying to fight his way back into this. Is it enough? Pfeifer now, wisely, if he's up on points as he likely believes, then he's wisely going to sail away for the last 10 seconds. I don't think that the Ukrainian has done enough in this round to take back that 4-point advantage that Pfeifer has enjoyed coming into this round. And Pfeifer, with his hands up in victory, or at least apparent victory in his mind, he gets a kiss from his corner. I guess they believe he did enough. I would tend to agree. He certainly looks happy. Whereas on the other side, Kapitonenko looks a little bit downtrodden. Perhaps he also senses that the outcome is one which may not be in his favor. Either way, these guys are such great sports that win, lose, or draw, just great people to be around. These boxers, boy, the amateurs, the pros. Boxing as a sport produces some of the finest, not only athletes, that goes without saying, but some of the finest young men and women that I've ever met. So just a great group of people to be around, everyone in the sport, from the promotional side and the marketing side and the broadcasting side, boxers and the managers and the training coaches. And they're just a great bunch of people and great fun to be around them here in the beautiful city of Baku, Azerbaijan. Erik Pfeifer gets his victory, 22-14. Congratulations, you're going to London. That's got to make you proud. You deserve it. And you could just see here the action in the last round from Pfeifer. Clearly, whatever his corner told him between rounds 1 and 2 was sufficient enough to make a big difference. As we now get ready for the 4th super heavyweight bout. This will mark the halfway point of the heavyweights upon its completion, the super heavies, excuse me.